Hello, I'm Steve Galluccio, and I'm an alcoholic. I'm sorry, I think I'm at the wrong meeting. Hi. I'm a screenwriter, and I've chosen the title of my talk is Montreal, Why? Throughout my career, people have asked me, why are you still living in Montreal? Why don't you go somewhere else? Why don't you go to Los Angeles? Why don't you go to New York? Why don't you go to Toronto? You're a writer. You shouldn't be here. You know, there's no future for you here. And, you know, that is all bullshit. Montreal is a wonderful, chaotic, sometimes tragic place where a person like me gets his stories, gets his characters, is inspired every day by the chaos, by the beauty, by the absolute beauty of this place. Mambo Italiano, which was one of my first movies, was inspired by the neighborhood of my childhood, Little Italy, which is a soulful, beautiful place where everyone, all the characters have its own soul, have their soul, have their own story to tell, and which is what I try to do. This city feeds me because it is a city of outsiders. I once was at a place and there was a bunch of people that were not from Montreal, and I asked them, why are you here? And this woman from the UK asked me, because Montreal allows you to be an outsider, and because it is never really integrated into North American society. We are a city-state here, and that is what I write about. Funky Town, Montreal in the 70s, which was a place like no other. The disco era, the characters that walked around in this city that are still with us today, whether in spirit or in real life. The city is a city in order to be a writer, you have to be very resilient. And this city, of course, is a very resilient city. It's been pronounced dead, I don't know how many times, but it's still here. And I'm still here. And that's what being a writer is about, is going through the ups and the downs, much like the city does. And no matter how chaotic it is, it feeds artists such as myself. It is possibly the most exceptional city in North America because much like New York, much like Miami, it is filled with constant change, constant evolution, and it is possibly the most interesting city to live in as a writer. So Montreal, why? Why did I never leave? Well, because I don't think I would have been able to be as successful as I am in any other place. It is I hear something else there. Over? Okay, thank you. And so now I lost my train of thought. Jesus. So, so much like New York. It actually is not like New York. It's not like any other city. It is the only city in North America that has been able to keep its own identity, to not integrate into this sort of melting pot that is the rest of the country and of the continent. And as a writer, I've been able to tell its stories, and I continue to tell its stories. With the St. Leonard Chronicles, I took a little bit of the city and made it into a play. And, you know, what else can I say? I mean, this city inspires me, it feeds me, I love it deeply, and I will continue loving it despite the fact that sometimes it is the most frustrating place to live. And you're certainly not here for the climate, you're certainly not here for the opportunities. I think that you're here for the love and for the soul of this wonderful, wonderful place. And I may sound a little bit nonsensical, but I am one hot mess, and how I do my work. And thank you very much for listening to my nonsensical speech tonight. And believe it or not, I was prepared, and this is me being prepared. But I think in my not being prepared, I try to make as much sense as I can in a chaotic situation, which is Montreal, which is life, which is writing. Thank you very much.